Hello, and welcome to the War of the Spark pre-release. If you've never seen one of my pre-release videos before, here's how it goes. I open the kit, I'm wearing my GoPro, I'll move my head around, you'll see the cards, and all Planeswalkers rares and mythics and foils will pop up on the side like Frasca right here, with a price in American and Canadian dollars based on TCG mid and face-to-face prices. Before I begin, like, sub, share, ring YouTube's bell so you get notified for all the janky content I make. I'm saying this at the start of the video now so people actually hear it instead of the end of the video. Anyways, what did I think of War of the Spark? I thought it was the most fun pre-release I ever attended. And I said that it was going to be shit initially. I thought it was going to be terrible, people were going to be playing with themselves. No interaction, just people touching themselves with their planeswalkers. There was no color fixing. I thought it was going to be bad, but it wasn't. It was great. There was always something crazy happening. Every card was so unique and people made these weird decks. It was just fun. And if you didn't go, you really missed out. I'm sorry, but you did. But buy some packs and do it with your friends because you'll have a great experience. Personally, I made a Grixis control deck, which really wasn't any control aspects. It was just a shit ton of removal. I pulled 2 of those Obnixilis Cruelty commons that give a creature -5/-5 and a bunch of other black removal. So I jammed that in with some blue draw spells and some red burn effects, and I ran like 10 creatures and a lot of token makers like Krenko and planeswalkers that made tokens like the Vraska and Tybalt, and it just worked out really well. Overall I went 2-0-2, so 2 round wins and 2 round draws, and I know that doesn't sound great, and that comes with one of my problems with this pre-release, is that the games were very grindy, there were board stalls aplenty, and everyone was just making the big swingy plays to win the game, which is fair and fun, but if those plays never materialized, we just sat at a stale game. Like, one of the games I won was I used Enter the God Eternals twice in one turn. I played it and then I brought it back with Finale at Promise, and I milled my opponent out because we were so late into the game that he only had 8 cards left. That's a long game if you're milling someone out like that. Another card that just kept showing up and stalling the game out was Massacre Girl. That would show up, wipe my board, wipe all the boards. I would then remove it, and then we'd just be sitting at empty board states with 10 land apiece. Other than that, there were some mana fixing issues. I saw tons of people get stuck on lands just because there weren't any guild gates or anything like that. I was lucky enough that my deck was equal parts blue, black, and red, that I could always play even if I was missing a color. But there were some people I saw that were running only 2 colors who would get stuck on 1 land type. And that's not fun to win against, and not really fun to be playing if you get stuck like that. But anyways, those were my gripes with the pre-release. Other than that, like I said, plenty of fun. What did you guys think of it? Let me know down below. And yeah, I have plenty of war content coming out because it's a fun set. It's Brewer's Paradise. And their combos and top 10s and all this shit I'm going to do with it. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.